Today is Friday, February 13, 2026. I'm Pastor Michael, and this is Wilderness Wanderings, an Advent edition on rest. Our scripture is Amos 8, verse 5 and 6. When will the new moon be over, that we may sell grain, and the Sabbath be ended, that we may market wheat, skimping on the measure, boosting the price and cheating with dishonest scales, buying the poor with silver and the needy for a pair of sandals, selling even the sweepings with the wheat? Amos's oracles regarding Israel are eerily descriptive of our own economy. He describes those who are numbed by their obsession with making money. They have such tunnel focus that they do not notice that their extravagant lifestyle is based on cheap labor. The economy operates to trample, ruin the poor and needy. Verse 4. He warns that sooner or later this will evoke social crisis. A society that refuses Sabbath restfulness for everyone is bound to fail. See verses 8 to 12. Earlier he charged Israel with this offense. You drink wine by the bowlful and use the finest lotions, but you do not grieve over the ruin of Joseph. Chapter 6, verse 6. There is at least one major difference between then and now. At least I hope there is. The exploiters did not notice. They were at worship, keeping Sabbath, but they want it done with so they can rush back to resume commerce. While keeping Sabbath, their imaginations were scheming how to get richer. Amos accuses Israel of multitasking. They were fulfilling Sabbath laws while at the same time plotting to make a bundle. It makes one wonder if Jesus had this sermon in mind when he said, "No one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life." Matthew 6, 24-25. The appearance is one of rest, but the reality is profound social restlessness. It's not just trade, but distorted, dishonest trade that they are longing for. The poor are made into a tradable commodity. They are reduced to an equivalency for a pair of shoes or a silver coin. Everything has become a commodity, and there are no more neighbors. What can we do to stand apart from the tide of our own economy? Let me suggest two things. First, that we make good use of Sabbath time, taking Jesus' words to heart. We cannot serve God and money. We need to ask ourselves how important money has become for us. Money is not evil, but the love of money is the root of many evils. Has our love for God softened? Is greed creeping up the ladder to bump God off the throne? Sabbath keeping is meant to dispel worry as we learn again to trust in God. A second suggestion is that we consider carefully how we view people. We encounter so many people in the span of a week that we no longer notice them. They become commodities to be used. To love our neighbor, we must notice their humanity. When life is all about hurry, 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 people get in the way. We'll deal with them as interruptions rather than as neighbors God has placed on our path. When God is our first priority, seeing our neighbor becomes natural. So as you end this week, plan to take Sabbath. As you journey on, hear Jesus' invitation. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls.